Well, in a shocking move, the Baltimore Ravens went ahead and released running back Ray Rice, star running back, Super Bowl champion running back Ray Rice, for that video that was released from that Revel Casino in Atlantic City of him knocking out his now wife, then soon-to-be wife. And there's a lot of controversy over this because he only got a 2-game suspension, whereas guys like Josh Gordon get caught smoking weed and get suspended for the entire year. I agree with all of you. It's ridiculous that a guy that physically harms his own wife gets a drop in the bucket suspension to a guy who just smokes some recreational pot in his spare time. This, I don't even necessarily know how to look at this. Like, a lot of people are already saying, oh, good on the Ravens for stepping up and doing the right thing. Good on them for just for cutting their ties with him. Because that organization stuck up for this guy from day one, including Coach Harbaugh getting on the mic saying it's no big deal, let the league handle this, blah, blah, blah. They knew that tape was out there, and they knew that tape was eventually going to get released. And if you're wondering why this all of a sudden happened, it's because the tape was released by TMZ last night. I'll leave a link in the video description if you want to see it, of Ray Rice giving a left hook to his wife's face and her hitting her head on the elevator door or the back of the elevator, and then she has to be drug out because she's literally unconscious. Then she goes on to marry the guy. Now, whatever her decisions are to that, it's whatever. Anyway, this is something where the Baltimore Ravens and the league are just trying to save face. I guarantee you, Roger Goodell got on the phone, called the Ravens management, and said, you got to cut this guy because I can't issue a retroactive punishment to him and say, oh, we changed our mind, it's not 2 games, it's the entire season, we're going to suspend him. They can't do that. The Players Union would never allow that, nor really should they allow retroactive ultra suspension like that. But this just speaks of something that it was just going to be just like a little cover-up, like, oh, don't worry, the tape will never get out there, Ray. We'll just suspend you 2 games, everything will be fine. The fact that the coach of the Baltimore Ravens is coming out and saying it's no big deal. The fact that Ray Rice is coming out there and just saying, you know, we're all humans, humans make mistakes. No, the majority of us don't knock out our wives in an elevator in an Atlantic City casino. By the way, the casino that sold that tape was going out of business, went out of business, and I hope they sold out just to make a quick profit. That's just hilarious. Capitalism. Anyway, this, again, I don't know how you out there that are going to praise the Ravens for doing what they're doing aren't going to be critical of the Ravens as an organization as well for just trying to just let this go away, knowing that this tape is probably going to show up. And Roger Goodell, how he could only give a 2-game suspension if he saw that tape, and what former governor of Pennsylvania, and former mayor of Philadelphia as well, Ed Rendell said, Roger Goodell should be fired, should resign if he saw that tape and then only issued a 2-game suspension from that. Now, I don't want to hear the whole thing of, well, you know, a domestic dispute like that in the past has only gotten a 2-game suspension. When there's fucking evidence like that and it's so damning to the image of the NFL, you got to make an exception, and you got to let the Players Union try to barter down that sentence. This is fucking just terrible. This is just, as far as I see this is a black eye for the NFL. A sport that I love and follow, I know, blah, blah, blah. It's just a silly sport, it's just a game. And some people are also asking now, does Ray Rice deserve to have his career ended from this? Because it's just a simple, you know, case of assault, right? There's other guys that have assaulted human beings before and they're fine to play in the NFL. Well, see, that's the thing. This thing got taken to a whole new level. There was the act, there was the cover-up, There was the coach coming out, the player coming out, them going on and getting married, just everything around that film, this big media ball. It painted a picture of what really happened in that elevator. I guess it really wasn't that bad. All these people wouldn't be coming out and saying it's not that bad. Roger Goodell wouldn't have gave such a minor sentence to him of two-game suspension if it wasn't that bad. I was like, you know, it was probably like a mutual scuffle in the elevator. Not that any of this makes it okay for Ray Rice to hit his soon-to-be wife at the time. But the fact that it was just such a one-sided little dispute in the elevator where it looked like they were arguing, and Ray Rice just clocks the bitch. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, you know, I guess the Ravens are doing the right thing now, but they should have done the right thing from day one. And either, well, actually the NFL, the ball was in the NFL's court to do the right thing, not necessarily the Ravens. Roger Goodell dropped the ball in this one. Yeah, he's covering up by, you know, making suspensions more of a punishable offense in the future going on, but still, the whole thing was a joke. The whole entire thing was such a fucking joke. 2-game suspension for knocking out his fiancée at the time, and yeah. Anyway. What did you guys think? Do you think that the Ravens are doing the right thing now, or that they should just be shamed? Because frankly, I think the organization should be shamed for trying to stick up for this guy from day one. And again, I understand the people that want to argue, yeah, entire career should be ended, because this guy's going to be unhireable. No one is going to be able to hire this guy. And that's the thing. Once this tape got out last night, I was like, oh, what is this going to be like when they have a road game in Pittsburgh or go to other cities? It's going to be a fucking mess. Not saying that Pittsburgh's like a big violent town or anything, but that's the biggest rivalry for the Ravens. There could be God knows how much picketing and whatnot going on. But Baltimore saw that and they were like, yeah, we can't have this. And the league can't have that. I guarantee you Roger Goodell was more on this decision than the Baltimore Ravens were. Anyway, good riddance, Ray Rice. Frankly, you started sucking the past year, so the Baltimore Ravens aren't going to really miss you and your talent and what little was left of it anyway. So have fun with your fiance and go ahead and just keep knocking her around some more. I guess she likes it because she married you after you did it the first time. Or was it the first time? Anyways, I won't speculate. Have a good day, everyone.